piece of paper.
There
he is.
There we go.
What's happening?
I was typing stuff, and the thing rang, and it's like, okay, you signed in. I'm like, no, I didn't yet, but okay.
You were a piece of paper.
Sorry, I was rude and started the call mid-typing.
Yeah, well, it happens. Yeah. Let's get this first failed audio recording out so it'll work, so I can get to the new one. Yep, cannot record. Try again. All right.
No.
Every time it does that, and it's always the second one that I need for some reason. I don't know.
Hello and welcome back to RTFB. This is Travis, and if you felt like today was a special day, then you are 100% goddamn right. Yes, today, March 31st, 2023, we are celebrating the third anniversary of our little podcast, which was actually back in July of 2022, but we're celebrating it now because A, our first season of this year is getting ready to premiere pretty soon, and B, the calendar isn't my real dad and it can't tell me what to do. Anyway, I want to get to the meat of this thing ASAP, but you'll want to listen until the end because we'll have details there about an anniversary giveaway after other Chris, Danielle, and I have gone through our performance reviews for this year. So, let's get right to it.
I can't tell if this is a mustache hair or a nose. Oh, it's totally nose hair.
You have a long nose hair?
You should name it. I don't know.
I should name it.
When I was in high school, one of my friends, who was a little strange, when I didn't really have any facial hair, I had this one hair that would like grow in here, and I didn't know it was there because it was like that fucking super fine blonde hair.
Yeah.
But James would see it, and he named it Walter.
Oh, Walter.
So I'm like, I don't know, Walter. Then I started shaving, and Walter never returned.
No, Walter.
Yeah.
I permanently have a long nose hair right here.
Yeah.
I can pluck
You
it
can
out.
cut those.
I can cut it, and it comes right back.
Yeah, it'll keep doing that, but you should cut it to keep it under control.
Yeah, you gotta be trimmed up.
I'm gonna start braiding it.
I usually cut mine, but it's
Sometimes you don't for a while.
Right. Sunday, it's a day of rest.
Right.
Well, it's
not supposed to light fires or cut nose hairs today.
No, that was yesterday.
Oh, sorry. So you have no excuse. Sorry.
That was yesterday for the people who came up with the idea.
I was busy yesterday.
That's fine.
Reading this goddamn book.
Oh,
yeah, I didn't do
man.
that.
Yo. Well, hey, before we talk about a book, you know what time it is?
Tool time.
No. Sorry.
Okay.
That's a different thing. It's the end of the year.
Oh,
so it's annual review time, people.
Like, it is somehow.
I'm sorry, my
Are
annual
you gonna
for work,
judge my performance?
I am.
No.
My annual
gonna measure
review for
you
work
and
doesn't
find-
even get done until April, so you guys are like way ahead.
Actually, we're way behind.
Yeah.
We originally
Reddit gave
did this
me a
with
review.
with our anniversary, which was in July.
Oh.
But then I'm fucking lazy, and so our last one didn't come up until this year. So I'm moving it now to the end of the year.
That
Reddit
sounds more
told
like
me
corporate America. Keep moving it
that-
until eventually.
Yeah.
I've
Miss
spent
out.
so many hours on Reddit in 2022, it was enough to go to the moon 12 times.
Oh.
In distance or time?
Time distance,
Okay.
not physical distance. Because it's like 4 days to get there?
0.9 trips to the moon or something. Yeah.
I tried to click
Also
on my
in the
recap.
Top 1% of karma earners this year, so I don't know what that says about me.
Wow. That's impressive.
All I know is I have like 30-something thousand karma.
Wow.
Yeah.
At this point, I don't know.
I have
Fake
some.
internet points.
Yeah,
I didn't feel like
exactly.
they could like count karma like that. That's like weird.
Yeah, that's what Reddit does.
It's your likes and stuff, and like if people like you back.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's mostly driven by my likes because I'm on Reddit for hours and I just like all the shit that I read. So because Reddit knows me, it only gives me crap I like. So there we go.
The algorithm.
And I comment a lot too. I do comment. So
Yeah.
Oh, see, I don't do that. That's
No,
why I
I'd
have
love
very
to
little
do
karma.
I have posts that get upvoted and shit.
That's good.
Ooh.
So
most of mine don't
And then-
get very far, but some get. I'll get a post that gets several hundred likes a year. but just like one.
Yeah.
And don't they then get recommended back to you, Chris?
Mine
Didn't you say that while you were here? You got one of your posts and translations got recommended to you?
One of them did. Yeah, like they're like, hey, check out what's happening in this board that you follow, and it was my post.
Wow,
Nice.
wow, that's news to me.
That's cool.
Wow. It's pretty great. Yeah, well, Chris Ham's in the top 1% of karma earners. Like in our Spotify recap, we're in the top 5% of content minutes produced in the art category.
Nice.
Not listens or
Because
likes,
our shit's
but
long. Yeah.
we sure talk about stuff for a long ass time.
Yeah, we make a lot of shit.
In the long run, that might be to our detriment for going viral, but I hope not.
No, hour and a half long
it
things
just
don't go
means that
viral.
there's a lot to clip, you know. Like
Yeah.
if someone took all of the shit we said and condensed it down to like a tight hour, you know.
Yeah, the sad thing is I already do condense a lot of the shit we say to tighten it, and it's still like 2 hours long.
We say a lot of words.
Yeah.
We
Someone who's more judicious about cutting out bullshit could get it down to an hour.
Yep.
But I can't.
We
It's all gold to me.
we need whoever does like RT or those VTubers or something to like go through our 90 hours of content.
Pull out the gold.
You know what? We need like Ryan's toy review to like help us out because they're making like millions and we aren't, and it doesn't make any sense.
I know.
We just need to get
We're
his
a lot
annoying mom
funnier
to
than
teach us
that
about
Ryan
science.
kid.
Oh my god, his mom. I hear her voice across the house and it like gets me in my spine.
So it's like she's your mom too.
Yeah.
It's just like she's got like the worst, like most annoying voice. But she's like a millionaire, so I guess she's doing something right.
Yeah.
Apparently, dude,
Well-
letting her kid do YouTube videos.
It's child labor, you guys. Like, it shouldn't be allowed. If you're earning
Set your
money
kids
off
up,
of your
there you go.
content, that's child labor, and he should not, like, he should be in prison. I'm just saying.
Send the kid to prison.
Yes, and the parents.
I feel like Ryan's dad is also like more interested in like doing the fun things in the video than Ryan is. Like
Long ago,
Probably.
he became more interested in the Thomas the Train stuff than
Oh
Ryan
yeah,
ever was.
Ryan's like okay.
Yeah.
I'm moving on,
Yeah.
Dad.
Yep.
So anyway, yeah, to refresh your memory, for year 3, these are the books we read.
Okay.
Red October, Dune, last year's Christmas movie, The Christmas Contest,
That was shitty.
was really shitty. Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, Death on the Nile, Valerian, and then Dracula.
What happened in Red October?
There
We
were
had a lot of good
submarines.
ones this year.
Yeah, we did. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I watch that one?
Yeah.
Yes. That was the Sean Connery.
absolutely
Alec
watched
Baldwin
that.
Oh, okay,
submarine movie.
yes, I remember
Yeah.
now. It had that. They had a Baldwin in it.
It
Okay.
was a while ago. That was the
He's like, oh my
first,
god.
first
There
thing we
was a
did last
submarine?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
At
Yes.
least one.
And I didn't hate
At least
that one
one.
either. So okay.
Yeah,
Right.
Sam Neill was going to move to Montana or whatever.
Yes.
Or Wyoming. And then he
Montana.
Okay.
killed it.
Okay, I remember now.
Whatever.
Did.
My god.
Yeah.
All right. So, we're going to go through our usual prompts. I'm going to start with Danielle, and then Chris, and then other Chris, and then me.
Hooray! I get time to think.
You get a second to think. So, Danielle, remember all those books, right?
I guess I do now. Well, the movies. I didn't read the books.
Right. Well, some of the books you read.
They're just the Christmas ones.
You read the Christmas ones. What made you laugh the most this year?
Can I refresh my memory on these books?
Yeah, there they are. I'll even open them over here so you can see
What
them.
made me laughed
Laughed
the most?
the most.
Um,
See, there's Red October and Dune, Christmas Contest.
like I don't know, Dracula was pretty funny.
Dracula was very funny.
Dracula was pretty funny.
Yeah? What in particular?
Just like all of it. the Dracula who was like a shapeshifter was like, this is weird.
You thought it was really hilarious when he was banging that lady out in the heath?
Totally.
Yeah. Anyway, so vampires in movies are cool. Danielle, how'd you like this movie?
I mean, it was fine. It was weird.
It was
but,
fine.
But it was fine,
Yes, it was
especially because
weird.
I had like movie popcorn that I was eating while watching it.
I don't think I've ever heard someone just describe it was okay.
It's
This
fine.
particular movie.
I mean, it was totally weird. It
Yeah,
was
okay.
like so strange, but I mean, I wasn't mad at it. But I had the popcorn, so that probably helped.
Well, there we go. That's a win in my book.
Yeah.
Hand her some popcorn. She's happy.
I mean, I like Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
I like Winona Ryder.
Yeah.
I liked basically all the people in there, and I thought that the guy that was playing the vampire, Gary Oldman, who it was, he looked like Johnny Depp, like now. So I was, it was like tripping me up. I'm like, is Johnny Depp in this movie? Like, no, like that was so long ago.
Yeah.
Who is that guy?
He is totally the star.
And like Keanu Reeves is like, I'm in here. I'm in this movie too.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
I'm young. I'm old. I'm old.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Chris, same question.
So for reading stuff, I mean, most of the ones we read aren't funny.
Yeah.
That's true.
But we had some really good discussions talking about some of those jokes in Valerian that Laura Lean would give about her usefulness as a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Just because kind of like throwing it back at Valerian for being a little misogynist there in the future.
Yep.
She's like, so then I got into suburban New York. She's like, took me 1 day to understand what's going on, 2 days to locate you, and for the right time. And then here we are.
Yep.
Just talking, like in this apartment I found in Greenwich.
Solving problems.
Yeah.
Solving problems.
Getting it done.
Yeah.
She even brings up dinner for Valerian.
Yeah. And that
I
was,
got some food, here we go.
yeah, that was another tick, was like, oh yeah, that's why they keep us around, because we can cook. And it's like all this just canned food.
Yeah. She's like, see how elegantly these tins were opened? So that was fun. We had a lot of enjoy. And then her whole, because I was rereading it, like looking at some of our content that we talked about of, so I borrowed the president's plane from Brazil and I landed it.
Yes.
And instead, no, she crashed it. It is a pile of burning debris.
Yeah.
So that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue on that one.
Take notes.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about books, I like that is exactly the moment I had in mind. Was that
Why are you taking notes?
Like her talking about like, yes, she borrowed the plane, but then like all of the like dudes in army uniforms like shooting at her while she's flying off.
Yeah, she's like, I just politely borrowed this plane.
Yeah, and then
nobody had a problem.
She stashed it in the suburbs where it's like a flaming wreck in the background.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Sorry, Danielle, I didn't mean to give you the finger. I'm taking notes for when I edit this later.
Oh, okay.
Because I have to pull clips of this. So sorry.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, and movie wise, just Keanu Reeves' accent.
Yeah. That was
he was using
enjoyable.
an accent?
He was
He
trying.
tried. Yeah, he tried his best.
Yeah. No.
I think maybe he could do it now if he had to redo the role, but then he couldn't play Harker because he's not young.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we suggested that too. Like,
Probably.
should go back and remake it with him as Van Helsing.
Just do everybody and have them play the same characters again. They're all just older.
They're all just like,
Except for Keanu Reeves is the same age.
Yeah.
He doesn't.
I don't know. You
age.
look on the edges. He's a little bit older.
Okay. Well,
He's probably too busy making John Wick sequels and finales and
That's
shit. So
probably true. Probably true.
yeah.
But yeah, you would think I would have thought about this while I was writing the list, but I didn't. I mean, again, book things, like, the thing that made me laugh the most while reading it, I mean, aside from Valerian, was Van Helsing, like, passionately asking if you could decapitate that guy's wife.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And Jonathan, just in general, being very clueless about what's going on in Transylvania. There's really, like, kind of three main storylines in this first section, and so it's, like, Jonathan and Dracula, and Dr. Seward and Renfield, and then Dr. Seward and Mina and Lucy.
Yeah.
And all their shit going on. But Jonathan's was the part I liked the most. It's like, he is like with the benefit of me knowing what's happening in this book, like, he's the dumbest guy. Every time I meet these locals, they're like crossing themselves and giving me religious trinkets. Like, what the hell?
Well, he doesn't know.
I think he treats it the same way I would, which is like, oh, these superstitious fucking idiots.
He does. That professor brought that up. He's the perfect embodiment of the modern Victorian man who goes to the British Museum to learn about these weird Easterners before departing to Transylvania, the far-flung corner of the Austro-Hungarian Empire.
I mean, at least he did that instead of just showing up.
He did, yeah, you're right there. He's like,
at least he brought, like, a book.
Yeah, you know? But he does definitely...
has, like, a dictionary, at least. Like, he's trying to speak German to people.
Yeah.
You know?
His polyglot
dictionary. Well,
because
that was... one of the languages the Empire would speak, you would think. So,
but he's he's not just showing up and yelling at everybody in English.
No, but he does come with that mindset of, oh, look at these superstitious peasants.
Yeah, exactly.
We in the West are like we in like Budapest or in Vienna and in London clearly know better. We're the epitome of the modern Western people. Yes. We surpassed this, but all these colorful yokels haven't.
Yep.
It's like, so I will look upon them favorably as those who don't know, but I do know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Until shit goes down, and then he's like, that lady.
They were onto something, turns out.
She was so nice to give her this.
Yep.
Good thing.
Right.
It's weird, all these people offering me religious trinkets and stuff, but...
they're just superstitious.
Yeah. True.
True.
It's like for a good reason, because they lived with a vampire in their midst for like 800 years.
Yeah.
They've had to deal with this bastard.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Danielle, what was the most surprising from these books? What thing surprised you the most about these movies?
Let me look again. Well, first of all, what was surprising is that I watched her in October.
You're surprised to learn that just
but
now.
I did watch it, yes. I actually really liked the Dragon Tattoo and the Valerian movies.
You liked Valerian?
I did.
That's a surprise to me.
Yeah, it was funny. It was like so silly.
It was silly.
We didn't wasn't interested in falling asleep at all.
Oh.
Yeah. We watched the rest of the Sandman. That was good.
We gotta save that for later. We gotta talk about this movie now.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. You're right. We're 35 minutes in. We should probably talk about this movie.
Shit. Anyway, so hey, we saw this movie, right?
We did.
Danny, surprise everybody by telling them what you thought.
Me?
Yes, you.
I thought it was okay.
What?
I liked it.
Nice.
I didn't hate it. I wasn't mad at it.
Good.
Yeah.
Except for, I don't think that Cara Delevingne has any type of emotion.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
We were talking about that because I watched one. I have it on the fancy Blu-rays, the 4K one, because I really liked it when I first saw it a few times. And I was watching a thing, Danielle, and like she's a total goofball, like super fun and emotion, like
off camera,
makes people laugh. But they didn't let her do that in the movie.
Yeah, I was
so vanilla.
I was saying before, like I don't think we were recording when I was talking about this, but like I absolutely think that the acting would have been fine. It's just the writing and directing in this particular case that failed them.
Yeah, I think they put so much into bringing the world to life and getting the visuals right that they didn't end up writing well for the actors that they picked.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's like, so you guys picked some better ones this year. Oh. Good. Better ones this year. That didn't annoy me too much.
Good job, us.
Way to go. Oh, yeah.
Yep. That is...
Especially the Dragon Tattoo one. I didn't expect to like that one, but I did.
That one was really good. Mm-hmm. Chris, what do you say? Most surprising thing?
I don't know. See, if we're going with quality of the movies, like they're all good, but Dune was really awesome.
Yeah.
Spectacular, as it should have been.
So anyway, new movie, right?
Yes.
What did we all think?
It was amazing.
Chris says it was amazing.
I was just blown away the whole time I was watching it. I was like, this was worth the wait. And they better make a fucking second one. Because I watched it before they confirmed that they were.
Yeah.
So. Well, they are, but they haven't started filming it yet.
Well, no.
So get ready to wait some more.
So I thought that they had started filming it, but they have not.
That was what Denis Villeneuve wanted to get a good enough one. Because he wanted to just film it like back to back so it'd be done, but they wouldn't let him do that. So
Yeah.
And then COVID.
COVID. Yep. A Butlerian jihad of its own.
Right?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I'd seen most of these except for Dracula, so I already knew they were good to me.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fun watching them again and noticing new things now that I've read the source materials. So, like always, that's good.
Nice. The general quality of books surprised you because you've been paying attention to the podcast, and you're like, "What? Chose good books? It's crazy talk."
Sometimes we don't.
Sometimes we don't.
But, sometimes we pick one because we're like, well, let's try this because it's, for whatever reason, on the list, and it's not good.
Sometimes we pick one because we're like, oh, this has a movie to go with it for Christmas, and then we're like,
Yeah, but we
usually
know
those are the losers. But,
we know those are going to be bad.
Know, sometimes it's other stuff, and I'm like, nope, didn't really care for it, But we did good this year.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. What about you, Chris? What surprised you the most?
So I'm gonna counter.
Uh-oh.
And I'm gonna tell you what surprised me the least, and that is cat murder.
Cat murder surprised you the least.
Yes. As soon as in Dragon Tattoo, as soon as they introduced the cat, I'm like, oh, this cat's dead.
Oh, God.
Poor Tormund. This cat's dead.
What was it, Tormund?
Yeah.
Jormund? Elizabeth, meanwhile, is having problems figuring this guy out, like Blomquist. Like, he seems to respect her as a person.
Confusing
concept for her.
Weird.
It's so confusing.
And he hasn't once flirted with her.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
But even though she's terribly skinny, she still is a red-blooded woman and has urges and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So she decides she will sleep with him.
Mm-hmm. She does.
My note here is he just seems to fall backwards into women.
Yeah,
he really does.
I mean,
yeah,
always falling into bed like he's some sort of journalistic James Bond, but
he's that lucky pervert.
Yep.
Yeah.
And and speaking of James Bond.
Yep. Oh yeah.
That's what I've been picturing this whole time throughout the book is Daniel Craig. So.
Yep. They mention he doesn't have a condom, which I hope doesn't come back later, but okay. Next morning, she's like, I'm going out for milk. But they find, most of the cat on their doorstep and his head on her motorcycle, and I don't like this book anymore.
Right.
All the murders and stuff were fine, but the cat has been harmed, and I'm not cool with that.
Yeah.
And it's the cabin cat.
Justice for Jorvin.
Yeah.
Jorvin.
And that's where we were supposed to read the...
Oh, okay.
I can't remember now.
Yeah. Something with a J.
It was like Georgian or something.
Poor cat. I miss him. He was the coolest.
He was so chill. He just hung out.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then he got strewn across a motorcycle.
As a warning to somebody.
Yep.
I don't want to be killed as a warning to somebody else.
Yeah.
I want to be killed for something I did.
I mean, that seems fair.
I think so.
If you're going to kill me, I mean, do it right. Do it for the right reasons.
Right. Exactly. Make me earn it. Yeah. I think for me, I was surprised at how much I liked the comic for Valerian. I mean, I like comics, but sometimes those old comics are kind of stuffy and not fun, but it was so fun.
Yeah, it was
so much that I bought
fun.
3 more volumes and have read through them. And
nice.
Exactly.
Good.
It's really, really great. And then...
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, definitely reading old comics, one of the things that I find is, the art style or, the way that they did panel layouts. I know, especially with the influence of manga and everything, it's gotten freer. How they kind of open up, sort of how they do the text and, how they... Yeah, again, how they lay out the panels and everything feels much more different in an old comic. And
absolutely,
I didn't really feel as oppressed by that in Valerian because it was so
yeah,
so fantastical, I guess.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. And like as a point of reference to that, we were at the comic store yesterday, and Levi was really interested in reading the Secret Wars comics because that show's coming up. So he's been looking for it on the shelves, and they finally restocked it. But it's like the one from the original one, and like what was it, the 70s or 80s? And he flipped through, he's like, "Oh, this looks old.
This looks boring."
Like, I mean, it is old, but we found him a newer version of it
this
instead.
Looks old.
But yeah, like those old comics, just sometimes the language choice and the tight little boxes can be really impressive. So yes, I was also pleasantly surprised by that. And then also like how much I liked the Agatha Christie books that I read for Death on the Nile. Mm-hmm. Like, I guess I shouldn't be surprised like that since she's basically only been outsold by the Bible and Shakespeare.
Right. Yeah, but like we talked, like with anything that's that old, you're never sure if it's going to connect with you or not.
I agree with that, and that being my first Poirot book and Agatha Christie book, like it took me a minute to kind of wrap my head around all the different characters because she's like firing them out of a shotgun. Like, here's this person, this person, this person, this person, this person. Like, what the hell?
you need to like have a list handy almost.
Yeah, but
and I end up like not remembering who's who and just being like, oh, it's the communist, or oh, it's the doctor.
Yep, exactly. But yeah, I get what you're saying, and I did like that kind of the offhanded type dismissive, like, oh well, fucking Americans, right? Like, and actually, this was from Murder in the Orient Express, but I really liked the way she wrote the American lady traveling. She kept going on about, well, my daughter, who's done all this study in Europe, she told me this and this, and I just don't understand why you Europeans are so stupid.
Sounds like an American.
Yep. A lot of
fully
kind
gets
of like, I don't know, very dry, kind of British, not backhanded, but like stealthy, like polite insults.
Yes.
I would be like, that's okay. We portray you all as like weird buck-toothed inbreds, so it's all right.
Right? The thing in general that kind of bothered me, and it's just part of the times, but the way they would constantly talk about, Latin people, being like, well, he's probably the murderer because he's Latin. You know how they're given to flights of anger and whatnot. I'm like,
I mean, that's what people thought back then.
Yeah. It's just the times. It
is,
well.
And it does help with the setting, honestly, because that's what kind of non-really good detectives and people would leap to.
Yep.
They wouldn't see the other details.
We still do that.
Yeah.
We do. We just don't always make it Latin peoples anymore. So,
we just group them under immigrants.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, both the books and the movies I was way more into than I expected, so
cool.
Count those. All right. Danielle, either on the show or extracurricular, what's the best thing you read this year?
What have I even read this year?
Have you read anything this year?
All I ever read is the romance novels, and I can't even tell you what they're called because they're all the same. Like, when I went on our girls trip, I read one, and I was like, that was pretty cool.
Didn't you reread Bridgerton 4 recently?
I reread I reread the fourth one.
Yeah.
That one's good. Mm-hmm. I did that on part of the trip, but I also read another one by another author I like, and I can't even remember who that was, but it's all good. Not this book we're going to talk about. That was not my favorite.
Yeah, no.
Not this one. All the other ones, except for this one.
Fair enough.
It's because the books that I read, the romance novels, are written by women, and they do it better.
Oh.
I'm just going to say that.
Now, see, me personally, as a man, I wouldn't take that disrespect.
Well, you're going to have to.
Write a romance novel.
Y'all don't write it right.
I can write a romance novel as good as Richard Paul Evans. I'm throwing it out there.
You don't write romance novels right.
But we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
Chris, best thing you read either for the show or otherwise?
Well, I'm not quite done with it yet, but it's still Cloud Cuckoo Land.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I've only got a couple hours left on the audiobook for that, so
nice.
It's pretty good. It's really good. I liked it a lot.
Yeah. I have queued that up to listen to on audio next.
Nice.
Cool. What do you say, other Chris?
So I think probably manga.
Mm-hmm.
Oyasumi Poon Poon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember if I brought it up on here before or not.
You did.
I did. Okay.
You did.
Well, then I guess I don't need to talk about it again.
Everyone already knows what you're talking about. Jesus.
Yes, everyone listens to every episode, and they will definitely remember when I talked about this before.
Well, it's conveniently, I think, on our webpage.
Oh.
If you go to the What Else Is Good.
Well, there you go.
Or maybe not. I'm looking at it right now. It will be by the time this comes out.
There we go.
Perfect.
Yeah. I think they didn't have it on bookshop.org is why.
Oh, I see.
I'll have to put a different link on there. Anyway. But yeah, we were at Kinokuniya the other day, and I was like, I should look to see if they have that one he needs, but then I didn't remember what it was. And we didn't have time to stop and look through it, but next time... Oh yeah, here it is. Right there. Good night, Poon Poon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but only Volume 3. They didn't have the other ones.
Okay. Yeah, I needed Volume 1 still.
In Japanese.
In the Nihon.
Nihongo. Yeah. Okay. I will try to remember that. Okay.
Yeah.
I think for me, the favorite book that I read was probably Dune.
Mm-hmm.
For the show. Just because, like, rarely am I inspired to go out and immediately read the other ones, so...
Right, like you did.
And I haven't read all of them yet, but I did read the second one right after. And they're right there.
Yep.
On my shelf. Trying to think, like, personally, what the best thing I read was... I really liked In Order to Live, which I finally finished on the plane ride back from...
Oh, yeah?
From Knoxville.
Yeah.
I was still, like, continually surprised by how impactful and effective, like, propaganda is if you're born in it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Very much
she
so.
talked about how up until, like, she was in South Korea and going to college that she finally started to think, well, maybe Kim Jong-il doesn't control the weather. That was probably made up.
Yeah.
That is probably made up.
And then I guess from manga, like I've really enjoyed both Spy Family and Chainsaw Man. So
okay,
cool.
Those have been pretty good. Anyway, so the whole point of the annual review is our goals, right? So Danielle, your goals from last year. Your goal was
I think you should pick shit that I like.
Okay, use it. Sorry,
but I will try to have a more open mind for these.
That's good and nebulous.
For these, I mean, so I'll try from like I can't guarantee I'm going to even like these movies that you make me watch, but I'll try from the start not to be like, as soon as you tell me what book it is.
Okay, I appreciate that.
And I'm going to give you an A on that, because, like, you did watch all these movies with minimal complaints.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So, good job.
Yep.
Very good. Your other...
Exceeds
expectations.
Perfect.
Your other goal was get a new picture with you in it, and we get an F for that.
Yeah, that was all you guys.
I mean, we got close. We had 3 of the 4 people together multiple times, but never all 4, so...
Yeah,
right.
We'll have to work on that.
So... That's on me, probably. Tell you what, I'll edit you into the one we have.
I'll be like,
and make it the cover for this one.
We're in a little oval in the corner.
I'll put you in a picture in the background,
yeah.
Or
like Haunted Mansion picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a ghostly hand on the shoulder.
She's riding home with us in the car. Or as a force ghost, just kind of nodding in the background. So that averages out to a C. So not bad.
It's pretty good.
Not bad. What's your goal for next year?
I'm just gonna go with the same.
No, I'm sorry. You have to have new goals, or else you're not evolving in your position.
I don't. That's the thing.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I don't.
I don't.
Okay.
So my goals are the same.
All right, ditto.
Yep.
Okay. All right, Chris. Your goal from last year was
finish books that I've started that aren't part of our podcast. Maybe
That's a
call.
That's a good goal.
Yeah.
Yep.
But also finish the books for the podcast.
Oh, definitely
Right.
finish
Yeah.
those.
That should be
At
nice,
least,
too.
at
part
least
of
80% of them. So
Right.
you can come in strong in the beginning of the discussion.
Or at
There
least
you
make
go.
sure there's like a page on Wikipedia that can tell you the plot
Right.
in
Yeah.
abbreviated form.
how did you do?
Uh-oh, is he not finishing books?
Considering that you're still working on Cloud Cuckoo
Traditionally,
Land,
no,
but-
I don't finish books.
Yeah,
I finished the ones we read, so there's
Hey,
that.
that
except
is
for
good.
this one. But,
yeah, but you're excused because you're Jewish.
Well, thanks.
You don't have to
Thank
read
you.
Christmas books because you're Jewish.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But otherwise, no. I'm close to finishing a few that I started, but I
Yeah.
didn't.
Okay,
I didn't
well,
succeed
I'll give
as
you
well
a
as
C
I
then.
wanted to. Okay,
C minus.
I'll take that.
What's your goal for this year?
To finish the books I started last year,
Oh, it
God
sounded
damn it.
very similar.
God damn it.
and I gotta come visit you in Texas.
I will take that.
It's
Yep.
it's going to be the same goal every year, isn't it?
Unfortunately, most likely, yeah.
Yeah.
And next year in Jerusalem.
This is just
Right.
who you.
Next
This is
year
just
in
who you
Jerusalem.
are.
It is.
We have to
Thankfully,
embrace
I
it.
usually remember where I'm at in a book after I read a few pages.
That's not nothing.
Or listen to a few, so that's cool, because that can be like 3 years from now, and I'll be like, oh yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I got it. You
Exactly.
know, but there's a lot of books on my shelves, Danielle, that have never been finished,
Yeah,
and will remain unfinished.
that's still fine.
You should just read the last couple of pages first, and then go back to the beginning. And then if you don't finish it, you at least know how it ends.
I used to do that, and then people bitched at me about it, so I stopped doing that.
Hey, you do you, man.
Yeah.
Who cares what other people think?
Exactly. Fuck
Oh,
those
that's
guys.
true.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck those guys.
Time traveling.
Other Chris, your goal was actually dependent on someone else.
Yeah, I think I said it kind of as a joke, but I really do mean it. I think we should continue to do stuff that makes Danielle angry or indignant.
I totally agree.
I mean, the chances are good that we probably will.
Yeah.
I'm 100% sure that this current book is going to make her angry.
Oh man.
Oh no. You
Oh.
didn't.
Wow.
Oh, F minus.
You giving him an F? You didn't hate any of these? Even the Christmas contest?
No.
No, I guess. All right, F.
Did
sorry.
I pick any?
I don't
Actually,
know.
I mean, we all
I feel
picked
like
by
everything
committee.
was
You voted on all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was mostly just me saying yeah, that's cool.
I think so, yeah.
So I totally am in dereliction of my duty here.
Sorry.
Yeah, you
F.
didn't pick one I didn't like.
not do a good job.
Right.
You'll be getting a demotion this year.
All right, well, I have to start thinking about this today.
The closest that I think you came was Dune, just because I thought it was kind of boring and long.
Yeah. That again, we all kind of said we should do that.
Yeah,
because
that
it
was a
gonna
group
be
choice, so...
coming out, and we could all watch it.
I
But
feel like the next
Yeah.
one will be better. That one was getting you ready for stuff, and I'm like,
yeah,
why is this a million hours long?
You should suggest to us,
A lot of
Starship
cool
Troopers or
stuff is
something,
gonna
Chris.
happen.
Yeah.
just wait.
I like
Fuck,
Zendaya,
we
so-
could do Starship Troopers. That could be on the list.
I do
Right.
like that movie.
Would I hate that one?
I don't know.
It's
I've never
hard
read
to
the
say.
book.
It's
I
really
do
hard to
have
say.
it.
It really depends on if you get it, I guess.
Yeah, I do have the book, and I like the movie. So,
Hey, that's not nothing.
I got one of those fancy Barnes & Noble editions with the hardback with 2 stories. I've got Stranger in a Strange Land in there, along with Starship Troopers, so it's pretty nice. The Heinlein little collection.
Stranger in a Strange Land is fantastic.
It is. I wish it had a movie.
I don't know how they would make it. Oh, well.
I don't either. I never finished it, and the parts I did read of it in college, I'm like, this is phenomenal. I wish they had a movie, but I know why they don't.
It just... It it gets more and more insane.
Yes.
Yeah.
Continually.
Continually.
So is your goal the same for next year? Like, really pick something that Daniel hates?
Yeah, and I'm going to try and get it out of the way early.
Okay.
Do your worst.
Yeah.
Is that Three Body Problem adaptation ready yet?
Oh my god. You know what?
I heard it was coming.
It's coming at some point. The Kindred show's coming out on the 13th on Hulu.
I am super excited about that one, by the way.
Kindred or Three Body Problem?
Three Body Problem. Oh, good.
Kindred.
Good. Okay. I was telling Brittany about it. She's like, cool, what's that? I'm like, so Octavia E. Butler was awesome. She died the same year my mom died. She was a year older than my mom. And she wrote all these great books that are just now finally getting appreciated and turned into things.
Yeah.
So, this being the first one is a major adaptation.
Nice. Should we do that next?
We could.
Oh my god.
I've got a copy of it.
I don't know. Am I
going
to hate it?
Is Danielle going to hate it?
I don't know.
You know what? It's going to make you uncomfortable.
It will.
It's going to make you really
What's it called?
uncomfortable.
Kindred. By Octavia E. Butler.
Nobody you know, probably, but like...
I gotta Google it now.
Oh my god. I almost want to tell you not to.
Just read the basic deets. Don't read anything else.
Yes, exactly. Don't read any plot outline or anything.
It's going to be a miniseries?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
On Hulu. It drops in a couple days, but I can hold off on watching it until I read the book.
Read a one-sentence synopsis and nothing else. Don't read a plot outline or anything.
Ooh, time travel.
Okay, that's it.
Modeled on slave narratives.
Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, that's
all
it.
you need to know.
All right.
All right, let's do it. We've decided.
I'm in.
All right, so Kindred will be next.
Okay. And Daniel, you have to hate it, or else he's going to get another demotion next year.
Oh, man.
No, he'll just have to pick something else, and we'll see.
Oh my god, am I going to have to pick every fucking thing this year?
You are.
No, because I've already suggested Starship Troopers for one of our projects, so there's another suggestion.
God damn it.
Starship
Troopers. I do love that movie, though.
The movie's
really good.
Great commentary in its own.
Yes.
Yep.
So,
okay. So, for my goal last year was...
Yeah.
I'm going to say...
You don't want to get a stitch in your
have
side.
at least one show with 50 downloads.
Oh, man.
Okay.
That'll be my goal. At
Sounds
least
like a good one.
How'd we do?
I don't know. I was looking at the analytics, and the thing is that not everyone listens to us in the same place.
Right.
You can make it cumulative, I think.
You can make it cumulative.
I mean, you can count it cumulative to get 50.
Yeah. So, if I'm looking at... Actually, I should probably change this from all time to, like, this year.
I mean, I'd just kind of be happy if we got, like, 20 listens on an episode.
So, on Google, for all time, we have 46 plays.
Oh, almost there.
Which, that's me.
Oh,
Oh.
But on Apple Podcasts, where I think most of the people who actually listen to us, 648 plays.
Really?
Not of a single episode, but all together.
But
and I'm gonna count it. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
On average, what does that work out to?
I don't know that answer off the top of my head. We've got what?
I'm impressed with us. I figured it'd be a
lot
lower.
who's listening?
We don't know.
Well, not you.
Wait,
We've
what
never
country
been able
is
to
it?
figure it
It's
out.
a different country.
I was waiting
We're
to see Zambia as the top country,
Zambia.
Yeah,
but no,
'cause we
United
got that
States.
hit one time.
What?
United States.
Well,
We're just the top in Zambia. Not.
Oh, okay.
It's not the top of our list or whatever.
And the top
so.
city is Dallas.
Yep.
Well, that's not
That's you.
surprising.
That makes sense because you actually distribute shit around there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's actually the only one we've got.
That's our main
enough
market.
numbers in.
Right. Our
Well,
main market
what
is
it?
Dallas.
What is that L place?
Lusaka.
fuck.
Oh, it's got nothing there.
We can
Well,
go all
this
in on
means-
Dallas then and go to like some little show up and set up at table places and
Yeah, there you go.
they have an
This
excuse
means
for us
that
to come
we
visit you more
haven't-
often.
Hit the threshold to display an actual number, but there's a value there. Oh. So at least one person in Lusaka has listened to us.
Well, how come we don't have one from St.
person
Louis?
in London.
Sharon listens.
Here's one. There's
Maybe
Sharon.
Sharon uses a VPN. I don't know.
There's Sharon.
There she is.
There's Sharon.
That's got to be her.
Probably.
I think Sharon listens on the Spotify, I think.
Oh, well, see, I didn't even check Spotify yet.
A lot of people do podcasts on Spotify these days. Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Mine I listen to on an aggregator.
She does listen on the podcast app. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I use a podcast app, so.
How do I go to my stats?
All times start.
Oh, see? Look. 2 streams.
2 streams
in the last 7 days.
Oh, in 7 days. Okay, that's not bad for us.
There's 90 starts.
All time.
All right. I'll take it.
Oh,
we are hard to finish.
I'll
like,
take
starts.
These people are annoying.
48 streams. So see? We almost beat it.
Wait, 24 listeners.
Yeah.
Who the hell are these people?
We don't know. Thank
Sharon's
you, listeners.
not 24.
We have 10 followers.
Thank you, followers.
Yeah. Thank
you,
you, random people who accidentally clicked on this.
Hey, I'll take it.
They were looking for that other RTFB podcast.
Probably.
Yeah.
Remember when we talked with them on like Twitter or something?
Did we?
I thought you did.
We've talked to other podcasts on Twitter because
Podcast for a minute because of Sequest.
Yeah, there was one who's trying to bring back Sequest.
Yeah,
and found that in our stream or our tweet.
Okay, I mean,
and we talked to one that's going through every episode of Everwood.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we get the Revival podcast on our Twitter. Like
that's fine.
I do know that our artists on our Spotify, our followers are also listening to the Civil Wars, Avril Lavigne,
very nice,
One Republic.
I have seen Avril Lavigne in concert. I can say that. It was a long time ago now, 20 years in the spring.
Have had one person listen from Belgium.
Ooh.
So, hey out there in Belgium.
Hey, I like your
chocolate.
You should listen to us again, please.
Hercule Poirot.
I like your chocolate there.
I say,
if I make it to Luxembourg, I'll be able to visit you easily, Belgium. There we go.
Just think of that.
Grow our Belgian audience, even though we don't do it in French.
An A+.
Yeah.
And a raise. So,
hooray!
Sorry, guys. The pool goes to me this year.
Okay.
Only one with an A. I'm going to split the $30 from bookshop.org amongst myself.
Is that what the prize was?
Yep. Sorry about everyone else.
Sorry.
And I'm married to him, so I get it too.
Yeah. I also had a goal of giving away the rest of our pins.
We didn't do that.
But then I'm real lazy, so I didn't do that. So I guess drop me down to it.
Again, we should find a event we can put a table up at, and we should all go do that, and then you can give away the pins there.
So just go to a crowded event and throw them in the air. Make it
rain. You want to hit it out and be like,
make it rain.
I'm sure that qualifies as assault, but
here's our pin and our flyer. You will like our podcast.
You reverse pickpocket.
Yeah.
Just put it in there.
Yeah.
Stick in some open purses.
It's a sign from God.
Guerrilla marketing. So yeah, I'm going to roll that goal over also, since I guess this is what we're doing.
We roll over goals?
Okay.
Just roll it over.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what I do at work, so.
That's right. Not quite finished, I'll do it next year.
I don't even set goals for my work.
That's true.
And no one says anything, so there we go.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
So, giveaways. So
it's all just shit to talk about with each other.
Doing a giveaway when this episode comes out next year, so.
Oh.
More details then.
Well, I hope you give away that book. We don't need it in this house.
Try to give it to the person in Zambia or Belgium.
I'm sending it to Belgium.
Yes, Belgium. You're getting a book.
Belgium. Let us know your
address. Sorry.
You can't see this because it's a podcast, but here it is.
I'm so sorry. Right. But it's coming to you now. It's your problem. No good.
Right.
God damn it, guys. 3 years. Plus some months.
Yep.
What the hell? Okay. That was the session for today. I hope you enjoyed reminiscing as much as I did. And thank you for listening, for real. I hope it's abundantly evident that we aren't doing this to gin up a bunch of advertisers. Oh, with the exception of Viking Cruises. Viking Cruise ad people, call me. No, we're doing it because it's fun. And I love talking to the Chris's and to my wife. And at least for me, this all makes me feel a little less alone. And if we can share that feeling with you out there even a little bit, then honestly, we're beyond thrilled. So yes, thanks to you, and thanks to Chris and other Chris and Danielle, and the good people of Zambia. I'll meet you all back here to celebrate year 4. Alright, if you were fast forwarding to the giveaway part, this is where you should stop and listen. I'll even say giveaway a couple more times to give you a better chance of landing on it. Giveaway. Giveaway. The giveaway. Alright, by the time this episode is posted, our website, rtfbpod.com, will have a link to a giveaway to celebrate 3 years. We're giving away at least one $50 gift card to bookshop.org, at least 2 limited edition RTFB branded notebooks, which are not available for sale anywhere, at all, and as many RTFB enamel pins as we have on hand, or that the giveaway caps me at, whichever is lower. And we're announcing all this here first, and won't say anything about it on social media until Monday at the earliest. So you're getting the whole weekend as a head start to put in all the secret words that we've been giving you over the year and whatnot to get extra entries. So, get to it, folks, and good luck. This year of RTFB was brought to you by Late Night Tea, acoustic covers of pop songs, video game and movie soundtracks, medicinal marijuana where available, ancient coins, and with the utmost thanks to Chris Ham, Chris, other Chris Jacobson, Danielle, neither Chris Rowe, and I was here too. Until next time, keep fucking reading.
He's like, no, we're going to make these pancakes.
Yeah, but he...
Hi, Ethel.
That's not Ethel. I mean, that's Lucy.
You're right.
It's lucky for you she can't hear you, or she'd be so upset.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'm going to go now. Bye.
You're off the show.
Yep, I'm done.
Look at her two
That ends my career.
legs.
Thank you, everybody. It was great run.
That's your review. Misnamed a cat.
A microphone.
What's she doing? She said, this bed smells weird.
Yeah.
She's like, I got to explore this.
So it smells like other people.